Peking Man? Yeah, Peking Man was founded like 690,000 years ago. So Beijing was the cradle of human being. And being a city, it has a history of over 3,000 years. This city served as the capital city for 5 dynasties in Chinese history. And by the way, the building at the back, we just drove by. It is another like an airport, which means when some high official, like the president, like the premier from other countries of the world, they visit China, they normally have their own private or airplane, or their airplane normally parked there for the very high officials, for we call the big fish in the big ponds. Okay. And okay, so we come back to Beijing. And Beijing served as the capital city for 5 dynasties in Chinese history. And different dynasties, we name the city as different. So probably at home, you heard of this city as a Peking. Yes. Yeah. Right? Yes. Now we name the city as Beijing. Bei. Do you know, anybody know the meaning of Beijing? Yes. Bei is north, was Jingmin.
Capital.
City, yeah, means a capital. Jing means a capital. So the meaning of Beijing means northern capital. Can you tell me how many people we have?
28 million? 23 million.
A lot, yes. And there are 20 million people in the city of Beijing. Beijing, it is a capital city. It's very big. The area of Beijing is like 110 by 100 miles. We do not use miles in China. We use kilometers. At home, you use miles. So actually, Beijing city covers the area of 16,800 square kilometers. It's a very big city. So no matter when you're at Tiananmen Square, which is the center of the city of Beijing, no matter from which direction you drive, when you drive 2 hours, you are still in Beijing city. It's a very big city with 20 million people. And the Beijing city has changed a lot. When I was a little girl, China didn't open the door to the outside of the world. At that time, the foreigners, they couldn't come to China. And we opened the door to the outside of the world since 1978. So since then, more and more foreigners, they came to China to travel, to work, to do business. And so when I was like your age, little girl, there were only a few foreigners invited by the Chinese government, or some of them came from embassy. They walk along a street, which is called the Wangfujing. I'm sure you have chance to see this street, which was a commercial street. So at that time, the foreigner, they walk along the street, they shop. No matter where the foreigners went, you could see a group of kids follow behind them. They stare at them and they wondered why you have curly hair and big nose, high heel shoes, colorful dress. No matter where you went, they follow and they stare at you. They even wondered which planet you came from. Right. Nowadays, everything changing. Okay. More and more foreigners, they came to China to work, to travel. And even today, or tomorrow when we go to the Forbidden City, we see the Tiananmen Square. When we go to some other tour attractions, you could still see some local people. They stare at you. Especially you, they stare at you. And these people, they are not from the big cities. They are not from the big town. They are from the country or from the small village. In their hometown, they do not have opportunity or chance to see foreigners. So some of you, they like to take photo with you. Some of you even grab you. They grab you to take photo with you. They take photo with you. They may frame your picture and hang your picture on their wall at home, because it's a kind of experience. It's a kind of opportunity for them to interact with foreign. Okay, at home in the United States, And I mean, I say that your culture is more individual, more privacy. So usually you do not ask people's age, and you do not ask people's personal questions directly if you do not quite familiar very well. But in China, asking your age, how much you make, were quite a common topic. Okay, so people sometimes they touch you. At home, people touch you, you sue them, right? But in China, the environment we grew up, we didn't have privacy, right? The people touch you, touch your hair, and touch your arm. It's a kind of curious. It's a kind of interesting, right? So if this happened to you, don't be offended. Okay, you're in China. China's culture may be a little bit different from the culture in the United States. Okay.